Om Shanti and a very good morning to everyone. Before we start listening to Baba's Murli today, let's take a couple of moments in silence to send energies to all those brothers and sisters who have lost their lives in Pahalgam and also send vibrations of healing and energy of the pain that their Logic families may be going through. Om Shanti. Today's Murli is dated 27th December 1983, and the title of this Murli is Don't Be a Beggar, but One Who Has a Right for All Time. Having gone around the world today, the Father, the Creator of the world, has come into the spiritual happy gathering of His children at His meeting place. What did He see on His world tour? He saw that all souls, children of the bestower, are begging in the form of beggars. Some are royal beggars and others are ordinary beggars. From everyone's lips and minds, the only sound you can hear is, give me this, give me that. Some are beggars for wealth, some are beggars for cooperation, some are beggars for relationships, some are beggars for temporary happiness and comfort, some are beggars for rest and sleep, some are beggars for liberation, some are beggars for just a glimpse, some are beggars for death, and some are beggars for followers. In this way, people are begging from the Father, or they're begging from great souls, from deity souls, and from souls with whom they have a physical relationship, and saying, give me this, give me that. Having seen the world of beggars, Bapdada has reached the gathering of those who are self-sovereigns, those who have a right cannot beg and say, give me this and give me that. They cannot do that even in their thoughts. The words of a beggar are, give me this, whereas the words of a soul who has a right are, all of this is my right. The words of a beggar are, give me this, whereas the words of a soul who has a right are, all of this is my right. You have become such souls with right, have you not? When we belong to Bab Dada, we are those souls who have a right. Without your asking, the Father, the bestower, has automatically given you a right to all imperishable attainments. All of you had just one expression in your thoughts, Mera Baba. In just a few words, the Father said, the world of all treasures is yours. In just a few words, the Father said, the world of all treasures is yours. Just the one thought or expression became the instrument to give you all the rights. The two words, mine and yours, trap you in a spin, whereas those two words liberate you from the all of the temporary. The two words, mine and yours, trap you in a spin, whereas those two words liberate you from all the temporary, sorrowful spins and give you all rights to all attainments. You became free from all the different spinning and took just the one discuss of self realization. That is, you became a spinner of the discuss of self realization. Whenever you get trapped in any type of spinning through your body, mind, wealth, people, or relations and connections, whenever you get trapped in any type of spinning through your body, mind, wealth, people, or relations and connections. The reason for that is that you let go of the discuss of self realization. The discuss of self realization is always shown above one finger. They don't show five fingers or two fingers. Only on one finger is the Sudarshan Chakra. One finger means just the one thought. Which thought? That I belong to the Father and the Father belongs to me. The discus of self realization spins on the finger of this one thought. When you let go of one and become caught up in many thoughts, you get trapped in many types of spinning. To be a spinner of the discus of self realization means to have a vision of oneself and to remain happy and content for all time. To be a spinner of the discus of self realization means to have a vision of oneself and to remain happy and content for all time. If you don't have a vision of yourself, then instead of being content and happy, you become one with many questions. To be content and happy means to have no questions. Therefore, remain constantly happy and content with the vision of yourself. That is, be one who has a right to all attainments and do not take the form of a beggar in front of the Father. And you don't do it even in your own thoughts. Do this work or make this happen. Give me this experience. Remove this obstacle for me. Can there be anything lacking in the court of a master bestower? The kind of thoughts like a lot of different discuss spinning on different fingers means different kind of expectations coming from asking, remove this obstacle for me, begging to the Father or begging to anyone you consider above you and asking, remove this obstacle for me. Can there be anything lacking in the court of a master bestower? This is an imperishable sovereignty for the self. It is a kingdom where the treasure stores of all treasures are overflowing. There's a reflection that Bapdada is giving us to do, looking at where subtly, consciously or unconsciously, we may be asking, begging for, by saying, do this work, or please make this happen, or please give me this anubhav, give me this experience, or asking to remove some obstacle that is coming in your way. The question is, can there be anything lacking in the court of a master bestower? This is an imperishable sovereignty for the self. It is a kingdom where the treasure stores of all treasures are overflowing. Can there be anything lacking when the treasure stores are overflowing? What is the need to ask anything of the bestower who automatically gives you everything imperishable and limitless without you asking for it? There is a saying which goes that God fulfills what you need. He doesn't fulfill what is your greed. And if you're asking for something which you feel you need, and if it is not getting fulfilled, then consider it's not your need, it's your greed. what is the need to ask of anything of the bestower, who automatically gives you everything imperishable and limitless without your asking for it? When we put our faith, our trust, our belief, and when we surrender, we don't need to ask, because what's meant for us, the Father automatically provides. The Father Himself gives you multi-million fold more than you thought of yourself. So don't be a beggar even in your thoughts. This is known as having a right. Have you become those with a right in this way? You sing a song, I have attained everything, do you not? Or do you sing the song of complaint, I have yet to attain this, I have yet to attain this? Where there is remembrance, that is, where there is yad, there cannot be complaints, there cannot be faryad. जहाँ याद होती है वहाँ फरियाद नहीं होती. Where there are complaints, there cannot be remembrance. Where there are complaints, there cannot be remembrance. Babdada asks, do you understand? You don't sometimes take off the dress of the stage of one who has the right to the kingdom, and in its place put an old dress of the stage of a beggar who is always begging. You don't sometimes take off the dress of the stage of one who has a right to the kingdom, and in its place put on an old dress of the stage of a beggar who is always begging. Do you do that? You haven't kept anything hidden away in your suitcase of sanskars, have you? Have you burned the suitcase as well as the dress of that stage? Or have you kept it aside for a time of need? Have you burned the suitcase as well as the dress of that stage? Which stage? The beggar stage. Or have you kept it aside for a time of need? That at sometimes I will get onto that stage and wear that costume of a beggar and ask for it. I may need it. Let there not be the slightest trace remaining even in your sanskars, not even the slightest trace of begging, of being a beggar, even in your sanskars. Otherwise, you will become two-colored, sometimes a beggar and sometimes who has a right. Therefore, remain constantly colored with one elevated color of that of being the one who has a right. Those of you from the Punjab are clever in coloring something, are you not? You're not those who color something with a color that comes off, are you? Those from Rajasthan have a right to the kingdom. That is why it's called Rajasthan, Raja ka Sthan. You're not those with the sanskars of dependence. You're those who constantly have a right to the kingdom. Third group is from Indore. You are always beyond the influence of Maya. always indoors. Baba has rhymed indoor with indoors. Those who stay inside means those who are always under the Father's canopy of protection. You too are conquerors of Maya, are you not? The fourth group is Maharashtra, which means great souls, great in everything. Your thoughts, words, and deeds, all three are extremely great. Great souls are always complete souls. The homework from today is to keep telling yourself that I am a great soul and hence I'm a complete soul. The four rivers from the four sides have come together, but all of you are those who have a right to being embodiments of all attainments, are you not? As well as the four, there's the fifth, the double foreigners. Where is there a meeting of five rivers? It happens on the banks of Madhuban. There is the meeting of the rivers and the ocean. Acha, to the souls who have a constant right to self-sovereignty and are spinners of the discus of self-realization and thereby always remain happy and content, to the great souls who are overflowing with all treasures, to those who have finished being beggars even in their thoughts, to such prosperous children of the bestower, eternal Bapdada's blessing of may you be immortal and constant embodiments of fullness, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. To the souls who have a constant right to self sovereignty and are spinners of the discus of self realization and thereby always remain happy and content. To the great souls who are overflowing with all treasures, to those who have finished being beggars even in their thoughts, to such prosperous children of the bestower, eternal Bapdada's blessing of may you be immortal and constant embodiments of fullness. Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And from us children, love, remembrance, and namaste to our dear caretaker Bapdada. Bapdada's meeting groups. You are so fortunate that the branches from so many different places have been made into one tree. Now, all of you consider yourselves to belong to the one tree, do you not? All of you have become part of the same sandalwood tree, spreading fragrance. Previously, you were all different types of sticks. Now you have become the sticks of the sandalwood tree. Sandalwood gives fragrance. True sandalwood has so much value, and people keep sandalwood with themselves with so much love. Even the father always keeps with him the even the father always keeps with him the elevated souls who always give fragrance just like sandalwood. One is that the father keeps you with him, and the other is that you are the invaluable jewels in front of the world. The world doesn't know this yet, but later on, they will look at you with a high vision. Just as you look at a star with a high vision, so too they will look at you stars of knowledge. So you're valuable, are you not? You just became part of the sandalwood tree and became God's companions. So you constantly consider yourselves to be famous souls who always live with the Father, do you not? You are so famous that even today you are remembered and worshipped in your non living forms. You are famous throughout the whole cycle. While sitting at home, you have become multi million times fortunate, have you not? Fortune has come to you. You don't chase fortune, but fortune came to your door. Can anyone else be as fortunate? Your lives became so elevated. A life is not 1 or 2 hours. A life is for all time. You haven't just become yogis, but those with a yogi life. It's not that you have renounced everything. You are yet living in the social world and living a yogi life. And a yogi life means a constant yogi. And one who is a constant yogi will constantly have the awareness of the Father and the Self and elevated soul whilst eating, drinking, walking, and moving around at all times. As is the Father, so are the children. Whatever the Father's virtues and tasks are, they are also the children's. This is known as a yogi life, where you are in constant awareness of the Father and the Self as the child of that Father, and you are in that constant remembrance while eating, drinking, walking, and moving around. And that is known as a yogi life. Such yogis who are constantly absorbed in the love of one are those who can stay constantly cheerful. The happiness of the mind also affects the body. Since you are embodiments of all attainments, where there are all attainments, there would be happiness, would there not? There would be no name or trace of sorrow. To be a constant embodiment of happiness means to remain constantly cheerful. There is not the slightest attraction to the world of sorrow. If your intellect is pulled to the world of sorrow, it means you are attracted there. Those who are always cheerful, that is Harshit, cannot be attracted, that is Akarshit. Those who are always cheerful cannot be attracted by the world of sorrow. If you are attracted, you cannot stay cheerful. Therefore, stay constantly cheerful. The inheritance is for all time. This is the speciality. The confluence age is the age of blessings. Those who play parts in the age of blessings would themselves be those who are always blessed, would they not? The confluence age is the age of blessings. Those who play parts in the age of blessings would themselves be those who are always blessed, would they not? When you have a blessing, you don't need to make any effort. And where there is effort, there are no blessings. Did you receive your fortune of the kingdom as a blessing or by making effort? As soon as you became a child of the bestower of blessings, you automatically received blessing. It came as a package. The most elevated blessing you received was, may you be imperishable. You became imperishable, and so you will automatically receive the imperishable inheritance. You are the imperishable souls of the imperishable age. The bestower of blessings himself has become your father, teacher, and Satguru. And so, what else is there? Always have this awareness. To be imperishable means always to have a constant and stable stage, not sometimes up above and sometimes down below, because you have received the Father's inheritance. Since you have received blessings, why should you come down? So always remember that you are great souls who always remain in an elevated stage. You became the Father's children, and so you have become special souls. Every thought, word, and deed of a special soul would be special. Every thought, word, and deed of a special soul would be special. Let your words and thoughts and deeds be so special that other souls also receive inspiration to become special. You are such special souls. Although you may be living in the ordinary world in an ordinary form, you are still unique and loved by the Father. You are like lotus flowers. You are not those who become trapped in the dirt, but those who remove others from the dirt. Those who are experienced will never be deceived by becoming trapped. Acha, Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on the beautiful learnings that Baba has imparted to all of us through this Murli. And come back with the freshness of our learning. Okay, you can unmute yourself and be ready to share.
Shanti, brother. Good morning. Here
Good
there are
morning.
beautiful swamans like, and multiple associations as well. I can say that I want to be Harshit and hence not Akarshit. I am imperishable. I am a happy person. I'm a cheerful person. I'm an imperishable soul. I'm a great soul. Very nice swamans today. And that's lovely. Thank you. Om Shanti. And the last one, the indoor and being an introvert, that resonated very well. Indoors.
Yes.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Velam.
Om Shanti
Yes.
Vimesh bhai.
Yes, good job.
I was just echoing when you started the Murli, when you asked us to send us Akash to the kind of, was this a part of a spark of the final moment, which is what India is going to face. But what I resonated with today's Murli over there, if you see, the stories which came us, they didn't say give, they said liberate us, kill us. There were so many people when their husbands were killed, the wife said, kill our sons, kill us, please don't spare us. I was just thinking that liberation which the soul looks for when it's in depth of sorrow. That was one thing. So here they were not saying that save us and all, probably came later. But that thing when they said kill us, when they saw their near and dear ones being killed, that really I was thinking about the call which Baba is asking today. Don't become beggars, right? So my question to Baba was, Baba, these children yesterday who were echoing, who were shouting, what are they? Will you call them beggars? or will you call them one with right? How do you label these people at this time? I was just trying to think that you can just throw your light on it. Otherwise, I think we just forget who we are. Once we have taken the Gyan, we have come in the lap of the Father. We are ready to climb on his shoulder. We should know we needn't ask. That one word, IBF, I belong to Father and Father belongs to me. If suppose that belonging I had, which we never had during devotion, and we children cannot be blamed for it. We never knew such belonging because there are so many branches of the tree and so many belonging. So to whom do I belong in devotion? So I wandered, stumbled and asked, give me this, give me that, give me this and all. So that's why Baba understands that probably. That's why now he says, just on one finger. And I used to often think, when Vishnu used to hold that one finger discuss. But here Baba says one thought. I belong to Father. Father belongs to me. If I do that, then I needn't ask for anything. There's no question of begging over it. That was what I was thinking. So there were two aspects. The aspect of the thing and what was there in the first part. And the second aspect also, I'm going to hold the discus on my hand dramatically. And I'm going to say, I belong to Father. Father belongs to me. Om Shanti.
Wonderful.
Om Shanti. So,
Yes.
yeah, Baba says the beggar and the word of a beggar is give me this, give me that, and the word of the one who has all rights is will say, right? Won't say that, right? With all rights, all have everything is mine, so they'll have that. But that all of this is mine. I have rights over this. So even if you compare this aspect, right, in the Laukik, I don't think a father will be happy to see a child who would be asking or begging anything or everything from the father every now and then, right? So he would be more happy to see his child is capable of attaining what he wants. So being a father, his job would be to educate him, give him all the facilities, put him in the school and give him all the food and everything. And then once he grow old, and he would like to see he is, attaining success, or he is getting things that he wants, or buying a car, buying a house, or whatever things that he wants to get in his life. His father would like to see he's getting that, I guess. Then he's, requesting everything, or begging everything from the father. So similarly, Baba is also giving us all the knowledge about how to do and what to do. And we know Baba has got unlimited treasures, and he also gave us the blessing to take everything from that, unlimited store. We can take it. So he would like to see us using this knowledge that which we got from Father and applying it in the self. Then we coming forward and begging it all the time, every now and then. Yeah. So this is the takeaway from here. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yes, Vijay.
Vimish Bhai, I hope you just give us some light on my first, I won't say question, I will just say the approach of the cries which yesterday people were not asking for, give me this, give me that, but just kill me. So I was just saying, will this be, what is this kind of cry? How, I don't think we should just underline it and say it as drama. There should be a kind of a thing it is. That was that. And just to finish off, the brother who shared first spoke on Swaman. And I think there are a lot of Swaman in the Murli, lot of Swaman. I remember when we used to do puja at home, we have something called as Ashtastotra. Like we say, Om Prakrite Nama, Vikrite Nama. Like that, I think these Swamans, like I'm part of the sandalwood tree, I'm an embodiment of attainments. If we keep saying that Namavalis to the soul, it's something like, praising the Atma. That was just a thought which I had now. But I'm waiting for that cry. How do you take it as function?
So yeah, when you said that what they were doing was not drama, they were not be doing drama, but what was happening or what happened was drama. So when in this Murli Bapdada says that we go to various sources which are above us and we ask for this and that, it comes from an unconscious ignorance of recognizing the one supreme and surrendering and being one with the Father, and also accepting everything happening around as drama. So, yeah, they may be oblivious to not having this learning which we have been sustained by. And it could be coming out of a reflex reaction at that point of time when they are seeing their own family people getting killed. They were not prepared for that. They had gone for a holiday. They were clicking photographs, videos. They were enjoying the nature around. And when this happened, suddenly the survival takes over and it has them have an experience of visualizing the future that without that person, when that person is getting killed, without that person, life is going to be meaningless. And that is when the cries come out that why not kill us also? Because anyways, our life is meaningless. We don't have any interest in life since you've already killed our one family member. I would not call that surrenderance in my perspective. That would be a desperation coming at that point of time of just wanting to give up everything and give up not in an elevated manner, but out of helplessness, coming out of attachment. So when one's soul is under the trauma of Maya, the logic steps out. There is no logical explanation to the behavior. Maybe if it would have been someone who would be using the knowledge on the lines of what Baba is teaching us, and having that presence at that point of time to actually relate to everything around as drama, how practical it would be at that point of time, it's very situational. But maybe then it could have been a different scenario. But yes, where they came from is they came from attachment. And they're not to be blamed because that's all that is there. The sanskaras that they have at that point of time, that's making them behave the way they are behaving at that point of time. That's what my perspective would be, Gijaben.
Thank you, Anish.
Om Shanti, a
Om Shanti,
beautiful
brother.
Murli which is, as the sister brought out. A lot of commands are there in this Murli, and which are the call of the time. And I really like this title, Don't Be a Beggar, but one who has the right for all time. The soul who is having right to the treasures of the Supreme Soul. You know, Baba has given us a golden key for all these treasures. Baba is in the company. The one who has a right has responsibility for taking action also. And this action and inaction decides the fate or the destiny of the soul. That's what when Baba says every word, every thought, word, and action and deed, we are creating memorials, you know, and they are the real proof of the soul's righteousness and the power. It's not a question of about Bharat. Bharat is nothing but soul, actually. When Baba described the word Bharat, Bharat symbolifies the, symbolifies the soul. And the story of Bharat is nothing but the story of soul, which is in connection with the Supreme Soul. So, and you rightly brought out that there is attachment, that the soul just responds under the influence of the attachment. It is in a trap. And when soul is beyond attachment, beyond attractions, when the soul takes independent decisions, the soul feels powerful, full of all rights, and takes action as deemed fit for the larger purpose. Om Shanti.
Yes, Ombai. Like you pointed out, that the action and the inaction is where you create your own destiny. It's a very in the moment phenomenon where things will happen the way they happen. That's where drama is. That's how drama is. And how you respond to it is where you are creating your own destiny. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Ombai. And Vinod Bhai also pointed out about Indore, the access to everything around us, everything outside is actually when we are introspecting, being introvert, and not introvert in the negative term, not the extrovert and the introvert, uh, wala introvert, but the introvert where you are looking within and actually recognizing that all the answers lie in there. Okay, so let's take a couple of moments in silence, have a meditation in silence, and let's actually transition in these couple of moments from the subtle places from where we are or we may have been or are being as beggars and moving on to becoming a prince. All right. Om Shanti. Have a great day and see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.